All right, let's move on to our next story. Nigerian comedian Bovi has stirred up a heated debate on social media following his remarks about parenting and disciplining children. Bovi shared his unconventional parenting approach, saying, "I don't advocate for beating children. You should let children be. My son breaks the television just for the fun of it when he's upset. He'll throw stuff at it and break it, but it got to the age that he got to where he started to feel remorse." The actor also recounted how his son broke 3 different televisions at home in the heat of anger on different occasions. The video I posted online that he broke a TV was actually the 3rd one, not the 1st.
My God.
I didn't buy a cheaper one the 2nd time, but thank God for capacity. If I couldn't afford a 2nd TV, then my approach would have been totally different. That's why I feel most times when we hit kids, check, are they really trying to correct them or are you frustrated? He added. The comedian's remark immediately sparked a wave of reactions on social media, with many users expressing disapproval of his stance. Some questioned his parenting style, while others criticized his leniency. Oh my God. Really? But this Bovi guy is sharp on you, because why would you tell me that your son derives pleasure breaking TVs, breaking your television for 3 times, and he has replaced it?
Bovi's son should come to my house and break the television. I'm sure my dad will happily buy another television if he was alive.
I said my dad would not tolerate this kind of thing. The thought wouldn't even come to your head. Why would you tell me not to discipline a child?
Uncle, you are breaking television.
The Bible
Did you buy
said,
it?
do you get the Bible said,
Sir?
Spare
the rod and spoil the child.
Why won't you correct?
So I believe it works differently for everybody. If I would be fair to Bovi, Bovi has a standpoint.
Okay.
Yeah. So he probably was heated many times when he was younger.
Okay.
So everybody is quite different. He probably might have figured out some sort of new approach to the whole children upbringing or child upbringing, if you may. And that's what he's trying to apply. And you see the fact where there was a point where he said he had replaced the television and the child has grown to the age where he now feels remorse. So I think if that approach works for the child, I think that's actually...
What approach works for the child? A child broke a television 1st time, 2nd time, 3rd time.
That was when he now remembered, he now gained consciousness, and he starts feeling remorse, and the dad replaced the television. So I don't see any big deal. But then if it was in my house, Uncle, my father would first of all flog you. But it's Bovi, and right now, trust me, that's just it. If he doesn't want to hit his child, it's his child and nobody's child.
You're getting me wrong. Okay. It's not actually about hitting a child here. The point here is about disciplining the child. Let the child know that this act is wrong. Let the child know that this act is totally unacceptable. It's not even about disciplining or trying to reprimand the child with a cane or something, because I'm actually against that. I'm telling you, in the future, teachers and maybe people that will be like my kids will be on their care. You see, there are other approaches to disciplining a child. If he's saying don't flog children, but he's trying to tell me here that there was something he said that when parents flog their kids, it's out of frustration. Where is that coming from?
So looking at it and looking at Nigeria where we are, really there are different things that might spur you to want to hit a child. So I'm against hitting children. Yeah, I am against it. Now, but that doesn't mean that when a child goes wrong, you don't tell this child that okay, this thing you did is wrong. Now, but I've seen cases where aggression has been transferred to children, and really that's child abuse. Yeah. So I think from this standpoint, I think that's what Bobi is actually up about. Really seeing the fact that okay, his upbringing might have witnessed such things, and that might have spurred him to want to use this approach on his child. And you see where he is. Look at his standpoint. You get, he's up there. He can afford the television.
Really?
3 times.
Is that what you're trying to say now?
Really? So
that is what you're trying to say now.
So see,
that is what you're trying to say now. So because he could afford that,
yes,
the kid should go around breaking everything in the house.
I did
Do
not
you know
say
now when
that.
the kid is not, because if he could do that in his presence and he's allowing that, when he is not in his parents' care, he's outside, how would he treat others? A kid that is not up to 18 years breaking TV 3 times. Don't you think when that person is provoked, the person will do worse? For instance, maybe in a relationship with a young young girl or something, he could hit the girl.
No.
And this provocation. What do you mean?
That probably
what
might
do you
not.
mean?
That probably
TV 3 times.
That probably might not be it. Trust me. Him now coming to tell us that.
I totally disagree with him. So, I don't even want to see reasons with him for making this kind of statement. In fact, I feel like he should really come out online and really apologize for this, because do you know why? People are looking up to him. And Bovi, come on now, Bovi.
See, he has his point and he has his views.
No point.
See,
no point.
The fact that he's against child beating for me is
he's not even against child beating, Eric.
Auntie, what is he now against?
He is against disciplining a child. Did he say he disciplined? He said the child have to come to the point of remorse.
So children grow.
Okay.
And how they grow is the fact that things change. The way they see things change.
Okay.
Now, I have people that won't flog you. They'll tell you that, okay, they'll just buy you from a whole lot of things.
Okay.
Like, take your phone, take the things your credit cards, your credit card, probably your car if you have a car, and you're grounded.
Okay, you're grounded. Yeah,
that's the approach they use. Now, Bovi did not say he did not use this. He doesn't use this approach. Now he's coming to tell you that, okay, my child has broken my TV thrice and I replaced it. Now, did he also tell you what he did to this child, or he did not do anything?
He was practically in support, or rather, he was not in support of parents disciplining their kids. Then that was when he brought up that issue, because I think he posted that video months ago, or maybe even a year ago, I don't know. But he posted the video on social media where his son smashed the TV. Then it was, people were reacting like, oh, this is domestic violence and maybe he could be beaten. That was when he was like, no, he doesn't even beat kids. He doesn't even beat his son. He doesn't discipline him. He doesn't discipline him. Nothing. Doesn't do anything. That he was just angry. And then he took something and stoned the TV. And really, see, I really think, I'm really saying this out there, Bovi, you need to really come out, because lots of people are looking out. These are really sensitive matters. These are really sensitive matters, because what legacy are you leaving for that child? What kind of legacy are you leaving for that child? Why would you say that it's not fair, or rather it's not good to discipline a child?
Well, discipline has...
it's even better you use this hand. There is this Igbo adage. I don't know how to say it. Well, but it's just about using a hand.
Right hand
to hit the child, and use the other one to bring the child back
closer to you. Well, I feel discipline is actually a very broad thing, and it has different approach to it. So if your pattern, our parents out there, if your pattern is not on hitting the child, there should be a pattern that you use for your child that works for you. Yeah, that works for you. So see, you might not necessarily hit a child. You don't need to hit a child. Outside the country, if you do that, the child might call the cops on you.
In this African side, is this in this part of our world so that beating children?
We have gone past.
My mom will pull her shoe. Anywhere you are, she will throw you that.
We've gone past that level.
But do you know why? But do you know why African parents do that? Not because they hate you. So at that point that it's happening, because you don't understand how our brain works. I mean, children when we're kids. So at that point, I feel like why they are doing that. At that point, so you drop that. It doesn't come to your head again to do.
See,
why would he let that? Why would he let his son do that? It
doesn't happen immediately, MJ. It doesn't happen immediately. You would have to grow.
You need to discipline that kid. Even as the kid is growing, that kid knows never to do this kind of thing.
Of course, and that happens when you've cut off some of their privileges. You've taken their phone, you've taken away internet and all those stuffs. Now, Bovi did not say he was not doing this. Did he say that? He might probably have
He was not doing anything. He said that he doesn't discipline his kids. He doesn't beat children. He doesn't do this one. He doesn't do that one.
Beating is the word. Me, I'm against, totally against. Really, really. For my kids, if I would have kids or if I have kids, I won't.
I'm actually of the belief that parents should discipline their children however they wish, however they please, however that deems right to them.
No.
Actually,
I'm against it. Please, parents,
I'm not against
don't hit your children.
Please hit
if
them.
you do, they will say you are frustrated and you are taking it out. T-Pain is frustrating you and you are taking it out on your children.
Don't you know that our parents,
I get you,
are the ones that love you the most?
They love you the most, but
if anything happens, everybody would leave you here.
See,
who are they calling? Your dad or your mom? So tell me why they don't have the right to beat you. They don't have the right to correct you.
No, they have the right to correct you. Please don't get me wrong. They have the right to correct you. But hitting you is out of the picture. Please, we have gone past that stage where you hit
that way,
children.
And I will pass it down.
No. Then how are you growing?
I'm not telling you that I will kill my I would kill my child or I will. No,
yes,
I'm telling you that I
hit you,
will
but
give instant correction.
See, it leaves a scar. Hitting has a way of playing with
Tell me where
your
you've heard that
mentality.
flogging a child, or a child crying, that the child will cry and cry from there and go.
They become so naive. They
then
become so enclosed.
Check. It's usually in a situation. It's usually in situations where it's not their biological children.
No. Jesus.
I'm telling you.
Have you seen hitting?
I'm telling you
Oh,
the
dear
truth.
Lord.
I'm telling you the truth. Check. Maybe
when you were
that person is not their biological.
Wait, MJ.
My mama beats me waiting no good day. If my mom is seeing this, she will know. My mom dealt with me.
Okay, and you
as much as I'm not perfect, because nobody is perfect, but I feel like that is the reason why. Do you understand me?
Okay.
There are some things I know what is right and wrong. There are things like till now I'm still scared to do. Why?
Believe it or not. Yeah, children develop hard skin, tough skin when you tend to hit them over and over again. Now a child transcends from a stage to another stage, from a level to another level, just like we go to school and we move from grade 1 to grade 2 to other grades, and you see things like that. Now that happens to a child while growing up. Now there are things you normally do as a child. Now at this age, at this current age, you don't do them no more. Yeah, there are things you would want to do and you remember that, okay, I did this thing.
There are people that don't remember.
No, they do.
There are people that don't remember. That's what I'm telling you. That's why you will see someone at 25, 30, they still don't have it up there. Are you not hearing full at 40? You think he's rubbish? It's all those children that when they will do, their mom will say, "Oh my baby, come and sit down. Please don't beat my." All those kind of thing.
Now, do you know that those moms at some point,
I'm not saying that beating is the ultimate.
Okay.
You're getting me wrong.
Okay.
I'm not saying beating is the ultimate.
I'm saying beating is not the ultimate.
In a situation of what Bovi's child did, you can't tell me that child spoiled TV 3 times, and you are replacing it, and you will not beat that child.
Okay, so
and if you try to be that child that is out of frustration, nobody should tell me that. I mean, there are other ways to correct a child. You can see the child. One of the things actually which I enjoyed more from my mom was maybe if she had the way of having communication with me. There are certain things my mom really she didn't feel it was right discussing these things. She would rather let those things slide than discuss it. So it's now I feel like sensitive matters actually. Sensitive matters. For instance, you did something, you know, it's not be everything be beaten. Sometimes they'll wake you up at the middle of the night. Come, see that thing where you understand. You tell that child, making that child know reasons why they should not do this and do that. Do you get? But not for violence being involved. That child is violent, and you're telling me you will not beat that child. Okay, now, I really don't even want us to go deeper.
I like the narrative you just gave now. Now, this is calling you and talking with you. Now, come, let us reason together.
Okay.
That's the approach your mom used.
Yes.
Do you get?
No, I wish she used.
Okay, you wish she used.
Yes.
Now, but do you know that there are parents that use this particular approach?
Okay.
And do you think that doesn't affect their children in some way? this parents, is it a must for them to hit their child? I think it's a conversation that would continue, and you another day, and you could also follow up the conversation on our social media and let us have your view.
Yeah, exactly. We would be using the hashtag ATNGens. So you can drop your opinion on these driving issues that we just discussed about on all our social media platforms. All right, this is where we wrap it up on this episode of ATNGens. Eric, thank you so much for being on this show with me.
Thank you so much, MJ. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media at Atlantic Television. We are open for advert placements, booking, and commercial. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and TikTok at Atlantic Television Network.
Instagram and TikTok at Atlantic TV Network.
And on our website, you can watch us live at www.atlantictelevision.net.
Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am MJ, the Gen Z girl with the vibes.
And I am none other than your ERIC. They call me Eric. Let's go.